Good day, everyone. Welcome to Camglish.com. It's me again, your teacher in learning and discovering new words. I'm Teacher Jera. Be with me for 8 to 10 minutes as I teach you new words to add in your vocabulary. Let's all together study 504 absolutely essential words. For today, we will have the continuation of Lesson 38. But before we proceed to that, let's go back to the words we had in our previous video. Please repeat after me. Biography, drench, swarm, wobble, tumult, kneel, dejected, and obedient. So for today, we will learn 4 more words. What are we waiting for? Let's now begin. Our first word is recede. 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 It means go back, move back, slope backward, or withdraw. Let's have the sample sentences. As you ride past in a train, you have the unique feeling that houses and trees are receding. Next, Mr. Ranford's beard conceals his receding chin. Third, always cautious, Mr. Kamhi receded from his former opinion. Our next word is tyrant. 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 It means cruel or unjust ruler. It also means cruel master or absolute ruler. Let's see the 3 sample sentences. First sentence: some tyrants of Greek cities were mild and fair rulers. Next, the tyrant demanded loyalty and obedience from his subjects. Third, though Ella was a tyrant as director of the play, the whole cast was grateful to her when the final curtain came down. So, let's have the word charity. 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 It means generous giving to the poor, institutions for helping the sick, the poor, or the helpless. And it also means kindness in judging people's faults. So, for the sentences, a free hospital is a noble charity. The entire community is the beneficiary of Henry's charity. Third, the hired hand was too proud to accept help or charity. So again, that word is charity. For the 4th word, we have verdict. 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 It means decision of a jury or judgment. The jury returned a verdict of guilty for the traitor. Next, we were cautioned not to base our verdict on prejudice. Third, baffled by the verdict, the prosecutor felt that the evidence had been ignored. So don't forget all those words, okay? And if you have time, you can make your own sentences. And now, let's have our first activity. Words in use. Let's all read the following passage to see how the new words are used in it. Today's title is Gulliver's Travel. Let's now begin. Jonathan Swift tried to show the smallness of people by writing the biography of Dr. Lemuel Gulliver. In one of his strangest adventures, Gulliver was shipwrecked. Drenched and weary, he fell asleep on the shore. In the morning, he found himself tied to pegs in the ground, and swarming over him were hundreds of little people 6 inches high. After a time, he was allowed to stand, though he began to wobble from being bound so long. He was then marched through the street, naturally causing a tumult wherever he went. Even the palace was not big enough for him to enter, nor could he kneel before the king and queen. But he did show his respect for them in another way. The king was dejected because he feared an invasion of Lilliput by Blefuscu, the enemy across the ocean. The reason for the war between the two tiny peoples would seem small and foolish to us. The rebels of Blefuscu were originally Lilliputians, who would not abide by the royal decision to crack their eggs on the small end instead of on the larger end. Gulliver, obedient to the king's command, waded out into the water when the tide receded, and sticking a little iron hook into each of 50 warships, he pulled the entire enemy fleet to Lilliput. Gulliver later escaped from Lilliput when he realized the tiny king was really a tyrant with no charity in his heart. Oddly enough, the verdict of generations of readers has taken no heed of the author's intention in Gulliver's travels. Instead, while Lilliputians are still the symbol of small, narrow-minded people, Swift's savage attack upon humankind has become one of the best-loved children's classics. So, did you learn something from today's lesson? Oh, I really hope so. So, don't forget those words, okay? See you in our next class. Again, this is Teacher Jera saying study hard and do good. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye-bye.